Dean, has everyone reported back in full fitness, or are there a few tummies there that weren't there 5 weeks ago?
Well, I mean, they've had the body fat test. There's a couple a little bit up, so at the moment they won't be training with us. They'll be getting that down. But no, on the whole, the majority of the squad have come back really well, and it's good to be back. To be honest, it's a long break. 5th of August or 5th of May, 6th of May was the last game, and 5 or 6 weeks without it. So you miss it a little bit, and you got fresh ideas. And the players have all come in and doing really well.
Players hate pre-season, don't they? What's it like for the gaffer?
Yeah, no, to be honest, I enjoy coming back, and as I say, I've got lots of fresh ideas. You go away and reflect and review the season, so there's things that you want to work on, but you also know it's a period where there's a lot of intense conditioning, and you're keeping your fingers crossed that you get to the first game of the season injury free.
And looking ahead to the next season, you're not only an established championship side, now you're an established top half championship side. I know you'll make no secret about the fact that top 6 is now the aim.
Yeah, well, it has to be. I mean, as you've said already, you have established ourselves in the Championship now, but the games get no easier. You look at the 3 clubs that have come down: Hull City, Sunderland, Middlesbrough. They're all going to be strong. They've all got big fan bases. In comparison to ourselves, but. There's a uniqueness about us in how we want to do things, and it works well for us, and we want to keep doing that.
How many more players do you feel you need to bring in to bolster the squad? Yeah,
I mean, we still want to bring a couple more players in. I think when you get to pre-season, the one thing you worry about is keeping your players as well, especially your better ones, because there's always people looking, to cherry pick the better players from the league, and I felt that we had some, but we want to keep hold of the squad that we had last season, because we finished the season really well, and take that into this season going forward.
And obviously you switched to this B team system as well. How do you think that's benefiting you?
It's benefited really well. It's been a very professional outfit for us. We've had 3 or 4 debuts last season. We have 2 or 3 of them train with us every day. So it certainly works, and they've got a tour to, when we go away to camp in France, they'll be going away to Hungary. So it's professionally running. It helps us now with the emergency window no longer there.
I just want to ask you about Alan Judge as well. What's the sort of latest with him?
Well, he's married now. He got married in the summer, so really pleased for him. He had a really good wedding, and we're slowly getting him back. He had an operation, I think 7 or 8 weeks ago now, to reset, and hopefully, he'll be back on the grass with us as soon as possible.
Still looking early 2018 though, realistically.
I hate putting times on things like that, so I won't do that. But I know the way he is, he'll get back as quick as he can.
I just want to ask you about, I'm sure you watched the under-21s yesterday evening. England lose to Germany on penalties again, shock horror. When it comes to penalties, and I don't know if you've been involved in penalty shootouts here in your time, but do you nominate the players? Do the players come up to you? What way do you like to do it?
I like to nominate the players. I think beforehand, I mean, you might have made substitutions by then. Somebody may have come off injured, but you certainly have a list of the players that you believe that are going to go and take good penalties. I mean, you saw Ward-Prowse, and we all know that what fantastic technique he's got. And he stuck his in the top corner. But I think it's an individual thing. Penalties always has been. I mean, you looked at the German keeper last night, and he looked like he favoured diving to the right most of the time. But I'm sure the England camp would have been well aware of that.
If you go up to a player and say, "I want you to take a pen," and you sort of see fear in his eyes, do you think, well, maybe not? And if there's another player saying, "Gaffer, give me the ball, I want one," does that change your opinion?
Yeah, definitely. If some players feel a little bit nervous and don't want to take it, then there's no point putting the pressure on them. And if you've got players who want to take it, then you're more than happy to do that. But I heard AD after, and they worked on them. They practiced them. But it's very, very difficult to. We've all said before about. Replicating what actually happens at the stadium and the feelings and the emotions that the players go through. Is
it something you practice?
We have done before, yeah. I mean, before cup games, when there's the possibility of going through to penalties, you certainly practice them. But a number of players practice penalties throughout the season anyway. Should they become a penalty taker during the season? And
do you think it's a case of picking a spot, committing to it, or watching the keeper then making your mind up, or I suppose it's an individual thing?
Yeah, and there's also a big mental aspect to it. I saw the German keeper with notes down his sock. When I played, I was a penalty taker myself, and the keeper would have done well because I didn't know which way I was going to put it before I got up there. So you know, and yeah, I see some of the. I think it was Frank Lampard you see, and he's put them all over the goal. Yeah. So you know, there's different ways people can do it, and as I said, it's the mentality when you get there, picking that spot, knowing where you're going, and actually committing to it, and you know, making good contact.
And as a penalty taker yourself, mentally, what did you do? Did you just try to block everything out?
Well, I was a central defender, so I thought this is an easy way to score a goal. So that was always the way I looked at it.
Yeah. Well, get up and just leather it as hard as you can. Is that
yeah, I had different penalties. You know, some in the corner, some just blasting. You know, and it was just how I felt on the day.